Hello, everybody. This is Angel Arts, and welcome to session number 11. We are roughly, give or take, at the halfway point, give or take, of the campaign. And things are really about to change very soon, if they haven't already started changing already. So, let's start with a warm up question. Today's question is about first contact. I wonder why. Um, Ignoring what happened last session, in general, what are your characters' thoughts about meeting a completely brand new species for the first time? In general, I guess. And by that I mean, do you feel excitement? Do you feel caution? Do you feel like intrigued? What are the first things that pops into mind when it comes to first contact, especially given the history of the Reapers and what happened during first contact initially between the humans and the Turians? Um, I think everyone should have different initial feelings on first contact. So, what do you think your character in general feels about it?
I know that Vito, from a Solarian standpoint, is really excited with the prospect of meeting a race of aliens that has never come, in contact with Solarians in the first place. I guess, and while for other Solarians it would be more of a scientific uh, excitement, like learn more about other cultures, this other creature's biology and stuff. Vito's excited to know about their culture and the way a different planet, different different histories will have caused their culture to grow uh, different than the ones Solarians are used to. The seeing their art, seeing the way in which way they're different. I don't honestly think Vito's cautious at all. He would like to say that he is, but he's not. He doesn't feel like he feels like the Reaper stuff was a one-time deal, and I mean he hasn't lived it himself, so he doesn't feel particularly like he needs to be cautious at all with first contact. He thinks, look at all the Consilian and non-Consilian races. There hasn't been that much scuffle when the Solarians found the Citadel. There hasn't been that much trouble with when we met the Asari, when we met the Turians. I mean, there shouldn't be that much problem in the first place. Like, why would I be worried about meeting another race?
Dia's thoughts on this is first off, holy shit, this is real. Second off, isn't there's proper procedures for this in the first place so we can avoid, killing each other like in the human Turian wars. Um, and also, I guess to say, is Dia's just worried by this? Because in Dia's mind, this was just a simple go there, try to find out how the sun blew up so people can have some rest. Maybe we can confirm, maybe make some people feel better. She didn't expect this to become some type of galactic threat at first. Like, yeah, she had her theory ideas, but I think she's worried that um, if whatever caused the sun to explode was outside from the outside of the known galaxy. I think Dia is just worried what that means, and because they just had a giant galaxy-ending threat, there's no need to have another one in in the next 10 years. So yeah, Dia is very much side-eyeing Kasaj. She's like, fuck, man, what the hell are we going to do?
So Nathan, he wasn't really up to date on the whole, first contacts for humans, because there was the Turian, Citrell, and the Reloy and all that. But Nathan probably wasn't, around for a lot of those. He didn't get to experience a lot of that firsthand. I don't even think he was born when the Turian human conflict happened. Remember that? So I guess he's excited because it's an entirely new experience. But at the same time, his mind is just racing with how, this new species turns up in this galaxy, and the sun goes supernova, and now they're asking for our help to find something. And it seems very not convenient, but very like conspiracy theory, in that they turn up and now they're asking for our help. And I guess the polite thing to do, quote unquote, would be to help them, or the neighborly thing, or the galactic law would be like, you have to help species in need of help because we don't know if they're guilty or not. But Nathan is very much holding these people at arm's length and being like, okay, I don't know if I can trust you yet. I don't know if it's your fault that we're here right now. So Nathan is very cautious on this whole situation.
Gimmick, I'm curious about your thoughts, because you've made multiple first contacts.
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
Session number 1. It was like first of several contacts. So
Yeah, that's the thing, that every time Gimmick meets something that it never knew before, it's like, oh, this is so new. I'm so excited to know what more things about it. So yeah, this is like that's the thing about Gimmick. So because there is no information on the extranet or anything about this new race, it like any new thing that learns from it will be first hand, so it won't have any bias against it. So even though there is information about first contacts that occur before, like these giving them won't take any bias on that. It's like, oh, I get to meet someone new, and maybe they are ghosts and we don't know yet. But yeah, Gimmick really wants to meet a ghost.
So, you have not firsthand had any negative experiences with all of the creatures you've met so far, correct?
Well, my father would be like, oh, well, Gimmick had an impression of him and it changed from what he expected or knew about him. He acted differently than what he expected he would. But yeah, well, the thing with Gimmick is like, even though some people do bad things, it will try to think, or yeah, that way of thinking is changing slowly. But it's like, oh well, some people do bad things and others do good things. So if you do good things to them, it's more likely that they will do good things to you. But well, there were a couple of things that happened along the campaign that are kind of changing the way Gimmick is thinking about that. But yeah, it's like if you go into an interaction with someone thinking that, well, maybe they at some point will get mad at you and attack you just in case, then, well, you are getting ready for that. So the way you interact with the other person may prompt that interaction. So yeah, if you go hoping for good things will happen.
When Gimmick started learning about all of the different species in the Milky Way galaxy, was there a specific species that came into mind that was lower on the list of meeting for the first time? Did any of the species throw up any possible yellow or red flags that made you cautious about them? For example, Vorcha, Batarians, Krogan, Geth, that technically didn't exist before. Other creatures like that, which maybe a lot of the material you would have read might be biased in one way or another?
Well, I think that if Gimmick were to meet like a Reaper or something like that, because everyone hates them so much, and it's like they are the devil. I don't know. So yeah, that would be
That
the
would be low.
yeah. It's like
Okay.
I don't know, because yeah, if you go with good thinking, there is less chances of bad interaction happening. But everyone has such a low like. They think that they are so bad that yeah, I don't know if I want to meet a Reaper.
So, we are still on Irune. You are back on the ship. You are on your way back to Nilu because the ship is on the way back to her. But you're stopping over at the ship just to resupply. I'm assuming maybe your suits need to be, the environmental pressurized chambers of your suit needs to be like recharged or something, because of how intense the pressure system is like on Irune. So you guys will probably leave again shortly after you have your meeting with your new friend.
So he's asked us for help, right? He's asked us to help find his Pathfinder.
He just asked help to find his Pathfinder.
Well, Nathan is very simply going to say, okay then, I'm not being paid enough for this. I don't think any of us are being paid enough for this. But first and foremost, please put all of your weapons on the table.
He pauses for a moment, and then he will begin to remove, I would say, 3 weapons on the table. So he has a small handgun looking thing. These are all clearly, if you've played Andromeda, they're clearly Angaran make. But for those of you who do not have the luxury of playing a video game before all of this, all of this tech is very alien to you. So he puts down what looks to be a handgun, a rifle, and a shotgun-looking thing.
Can I insight
All
check
right,
him to
thank
see
you.
if that is actually all his weapons?
Yeah, roll an insight. You believe that those are all the weapons that he has on him.
Okay. Thank you for that.
So there is one question I need to ask before we get involved in anything here. First and foremost, I want you to know that none of us are trained in first contact with a new species. So I'm just going to come out and say it. Do you know what caused the sun in Trebia to go, the system next door, to go supernova? Did you cause that, or did you?
I think that's a little forward, Nathan.
Dia is like eyeing down this guy like a hawk. Yeah, so Dia's just like watching him to see if he's lying at all.
He says, I did not cause it.
Oh,
Did you cause it? Did your people cause it coming here?
He pauses again for a moment. It is not my place to say.
oh,
Well, it kind of is, because that system was highly populated. So you killed a lot of people. It is your fault.
He will nod. I am forbidden to, unfortunately, I am forbidden to speak on the matter beyond what I just said.
That
Well,
sounds
then,
like
I
an
think I'm help. So sorry. You'll be brought before the council of species of our races here once we've reconnected the master relay, and you'll be, I don't know, maybe they'll decide to help you then. But we're not gonna. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think any of us want to help you if you won't tell us what happened.
I can tell you what I am able to divulge.
Which is
taking me, incarcerating me, may seem like a justified action but I assure you, you have far more dire worries to worry about.
I think you're underestimating this galaxy. Trust me. We've dealt with a lot of things over the last 25, 30 years. We can take on a lot.
That may be so. However, over the last 10 years, you have unfortunately not been able to fix an issue that is becoming a great concern of not only this galaxy, but the entire universe as a whole.
Dia interrupts at this point. Okay, like all this vague ass bullshit, whatever. The fact of the matter is, your species, I'm assuming, is already inside this galaxy to some degree. And I'm assuming if you have any understanding of what happened in this galaxy before with the AI, then I assume you know we are very sensitive currently. I'm not saying this to be mean, I'm saying this as reality. If you don't give off a good first impression, I doubt you're going to get a nice response. So tell us so we can help you, okay?
I can provide an explanation. Once I begin, though, I do ask that you wait till I finish.
Nathan?
All right. I guess we gotta wait for the whole story before we start passing judgment. I'll give you that much.
Our scientists have been observing some disturbing phenomenon that's been going on in where you refer to this place as the Milky Way galaxy. As you can imagine, our people are from a very distant pocket of the universe, a place you all refer to as Andromeda. Our scientists noticed high concentrations of what we refer to as dark energy collecting in the Milky Way over the past 10 years at an abnormal accelerating rate. I'm not sure how much you know about dark matter. It is an entity that is released naturally in the galaxy. Small quantities of it is fine. Vast amounts of it, though, if left unchecked, could cause space and time itself to grow unstable. Everything as we know it would collapse upon itself. Not just this galaxy, but the universe itself. The very fabric of reality. Hopefully that gets your attention. Since the amount of dark energy continued to increase in this part of the universe, we finally decided it was time to take matters into our own hands. So, we built an ark, and we created a team to travel to the Milky Way galaxy to investigate what's happening, determine the source of this dark energy buildup, and clean it up immediately. The Ark contains our versions of what you call your mass relay technology. Once we arrived, our first matter of business was to check for intelligent life. Most likely, since dark matter tends to generate faster due to advanced civilizations. Our Pathfinder team was sent to observe the denizens from afar, see if it were worth engaging with them, and if so, contact the leaders. However, we lost communications with the Pathfinder team about a week ago. So a group of special forces units, myself included, were sent to discover what happened to the Pathfinder team. Irune was one of the first places I started with. My ship malfunctioned during the mass relay transfer, not only losing my ability to jump from one relay to another, but also to communicate back to my ark. I had been observing during that time, just to see if I could gather any clues as to where the Pathfinder could be, when I spotted all of you. I spent some time observing you. Eventually I overheard you had the ability to leave the system, and I had to make a crucial decision on whether or not to reveal myself or to remain hidden and stow away on your ship undetected. Based on my observations, I decided to take a risk and a leap of faith and reveal myself to you. And thus, here we are.
Okay.
We really aren't getting paid enough for this.
No shit.
We use Mass Effect fields for literally everything, even brushing our own fucking teeth.
Yep.
Well, what do we tell Shias? Whoop-de-doo! The use of dark matter, our only source of energy, is going to kill us all.
Well, yeah, that's true. Our ships, our generators, everything runs on dark matter here. In some mannerism, EZO, element 0. I don't understand the technicalities, but that's what we use to... That's what's causing this ship right now to be able to fly, if I can put it in that sort of sense. Everything in this galaxy, from a toothbrush to the biggest dreadnought that any fleet can provide, they all have a Mass Effect drive, which all use EZO, which all produce some amount of negative energy, some amount of this dark matter. In fact, I produce dark matter when I use my biotics, as does Ia over here.
That's my next point. What's going to happen to people with biotics?
We have also noticed that this dark matter is somehow affecting those who are attuned to element 0, I think.
Yeah.
Shit.
Biotics seems to be the most negatively affected by this dark energy.
Also,
I don't know.
I haven't felt any different, and maybe it's a very slow burn sort of thing. Maybe it'll affect me in 60 years, but right now I don't feel any different. Maybe,
Is it like smoking?
yeah, kinda, I imagine. Maybe.
Because the Asari have been doing this for years, and their entire body systems revolve around element 0.
Yeah, like every Asari in the galaxy, and that's probably trillions, maybe more, of Asari. Every one of them is a biotic, and every one of them has element 0 in their bloodstream or in their DNA or something. I don't understand, but that's how it kind of works.
Our
Yeah.
galaxy of Andromeda, we have different technology that does not release dark matter. We actually release light matter. When introduced in the system, it causes a balance in the universe overall. That balance, however, is being completely offset here for some reason, specifically within the last 10 years. From my understanding, you've been using mass relays even before the last 10 years, and we did not detect any of such buildup during that time. Is there anything of significance that you know happened within the last 10 years that would have caused this?
The war between organics and synthetics, where a ancient race of machines, please don't laugh, turn up every 50,000 years to eradicate all organic life, all advanced organic life in the galaxy. In our galaxy, anyway. That happened 10 years ago. We won. We broke the cycle, and here we are.
He will nod, but he doesn't respond.
what? I can't believe I'm gonna say that, but what was it that Salo mentioned? He said traveling from one universe to another.
You think that has something to do with this?
You think that could have broken the balance?
Maybe.
Would that mean that the other universe are affected too?
Maybe. We don't know.
That's very big. That's
Question, Hark. Do we all know how the war ended with Shepard using the Citadel and such?
I'm assuming that is relatively common knowledge.
Okay.
I don't know if the public knows every detail, but at least at minimum, everyone knows that there was a crucible, and they know that the crucible was utilized to destroy all of the Reapers. It was a big giant weapon that killed all Reapers and all synthetic life. So I think that's pretty much what the general public knows. But all the details about Shepard making some choice and Shepard talking to some ghost child, I don't think any of that is common knowledge. So
Probably Shepard. Only Shepard and probably like his really close crewmates probably know all of the details on that sort of stuff. So Jack might know it.
super weapon, turning point in the war, kills all and synthetics, including the Reapers.
Cool.
Dia says this. Well, I know perfectly what could have caused that, and that's probably the Citadel. I mean the Crucible. Sorry, the Crucible when they used the Crucible to wipe out the Reapers.
Are you suggesting we have to shut down your Citadel?
Not the Citadel. During the fight for the Reapers, they used this sort of super weapon thing to kill them all. Maybe that's like that spike you're talking about. It happened around 10 years ago.
Unfortunately, I am not completely learned in how all of this works. I'm not a scientist, though I do have some basic knowledge. The Pathfinder team was much better equipped to investigate this and determine what exactly the source, the root cause of this was. That's why it's critical for me to find them, hoping that they might have already found answers to all of this. I'm merely just an agent trying to rescue or discover what happened to the Pathfinder team.
What system were they in? Do you know?
The last time we made contact with them, somewhere in the Crescent Nebula.
Crescent Nebula.
That doesn't ring any bells.
Does anyone remember what planets are in the Crescent Nebula? Like any main ones?
I think it's on somewhere like in the Terminus, though. I think it's like pretty far out.
So, I mean, you guys can do a research. You can do electronics
Ooh.
if you want to research it. Gimmick, you'll get advantage on this. Gimmick, the Crescent Nebula is a medium-sized cluster at the edge of Asari space, a terminus systems territory near the borders of a thin section of the Attican Traverse. It contains 4 systems. It includes Lucerne, Ondesti, Tassal, and Zelene. Most notably, with a electronics of 26, it also contains the Asari settled homeworld of Ilium.
Well, I think that would make sense.
Well, we did literally just come from there, so.
But would that mean that they have higher chances of being part of that calamity that happened?
I don't know, to be honest. Genuinely. But once we get this relay set up, we can at the very least, get you back to Thessia. Shouldn't be too bad.
This is all
Like we know what we're doing. You speak like you know what we're doing.
Somebody has to.
Well, we're not.
Oh no, I have no
No.
idea what the hell I'm doing, but there's no way I'm gonna sit here on my ass and do nothing, Vito.
I know that, but we're not scientists. We're not qualified for something like this. I don't know. I honestly don't know what Shaya's thought. Look,
I don't either, but hey, we're here now. No point in
we
stopping
sure
now,
are.
I guess.
Look at our group. Honestly.
I think it's a very tight-knit, well-functioning group most of the time. You know?
We sound like
Yes.
the beginning of a bad joke.
Yeah, I guess
Right.
you're right there.
An athlete, a drag queen, and an historian walk into a bar. They ask the bartender, "Hey, want to save the world?"
Oh, how does it end?
It end badly. We all die.
Are you sure?
I'm not entirely sure on that one, Vito.
Look, we made it this far. I think that we may have a chance of seeing this through.
Hang on one second,
Apart
Vito.
from your knowledge of the, apart from, he's gonna look at Gimmick. Apart from your knowledge coming from the extranet, there's not a single scientist on board. How the hell do you want us to figure out that? How the hell do you want us to figure out what happened to the sun?
Nathan's going to like walk over to one of the cupboards and search around for a bit.
Is
just breathing
making
out.
toys considered a scientist? Because Pip would be a scientist then.
Is she?
He's got a point.
We can always go talk to
Toy
Sallow
makers.
after this.
True. We can
Yeah.
always hire some people from Salo Tech and bring them with us.
Dia walks up to Vito, and she puts a hand on their shoulder, and she's like, here, let's take a seat, take deep breaths, okay? We shouldn't start freaking out now. Let's freak out after we get out of here. So let's have a sit down. Do you want any water or some cookies?
I'm already on that. Don't worry, I'm already on
I-
that.
I'm not. I'm serious. This.
Vito, we know you're
Even
serious. We get
even
it.
if you guys, even if you guys were even relatively prepared for a mission like this, I'm not. You guys saw the Reaper War. I didn't. I wasn't even born then.
I mean, I'd like to point
all
out
I
that Gimmick has literally not existed for the last, 2,000-ish years, 200-ish years, and here he is, somewhat adjusted to things, I guess. So, yeah. Your point is,
Even if we were qualified for this, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a historian. I'm just an archaeologist. I'm not even a good one at that. My first. Vito's going to, like, you can feel that the agitation is growing. Like, my first dig site. All I managed to do was to kill people.
Dia
you're not the
gives,
only one.
Dia
Go
gives
ahead.
Vito like a little hug, and she asks Vito, "Do you want to go get some rest now? We had a
No.
really rough few days."
No. If someone wants to roll an insight or anything.
Sure.
Yeah, help. Yeah.
25. Vito's eyes. He looks like he's starting to grow distant, but Vito's eyes fly towards spaces of the galley where there's nothing there, but he seems to be seeing something there.
Kassaj is going to say, if it helps to ease your anxiety, I am not asking you to fix this problem. My job is not even to fix this problem. It is the job of the Pathfinder team to fix this problem. I'm just asking you at minimum to help me get off of Irune. Once we're out of the system, I can be on my way and continue my mission of finding the Pathfinder team.
You don't have a ship, do you?
No.
Well, then I guess you're stuck with us.
And
For
there's
now.
also the fact that it's kind of our job to figure out what happened to.
Yeah, we've been hired by an independent provider to discover. So I guess your Pathfinder team and us have the exact same MO. So you're stuck with us. Congratulations.
With all due respect, though, it seems like members of your crew disagree and seem to be feeling that this is a little way over your heads.
I've got nothing else to do with my life, so if Vito wants to go home, Vito. I'm not going to stop you.
Gimmick raises its hand and looks at everyone.
Promise.
Go ahead. And Nathan has pulled out like a tray of brownies, and he's pulling out a few of them.
I would have called her if I didn't know better, but I think that I need to ask, should I call Shayas? Maybe we should hear an explanation for her and give her some updates on our progress. I think that Vito hearing it from her lips, maybe would that make it better? Why did she choose us?
Well, Gimmick, one of the issues is that we have no external contact yet until the relay is fixed. So even if we just did try to call her, we wouldn't actually get into contact with her. But it's a good idea. I'll give you that much.
Vito pulled out his Omni tool and is looking at the list that his mother gave him.
Should have listened. Shh.
Nathan strolls over to the table and slides a couple brownies across the table at him and says, "Take 6 of those and call me in 10 minutes."
Dia takes a little breath. Okay. So, is it safe to assume our galaxy is a ticking time bomb?
Vito kind of shrieks at that.
Until we discover what the source of this accelerated dark matter release is, I'm afraid you can refer to it as that. How much time do we have? Again, I don't know.
So it's random. That's what you're trying to say.
I'm saying I'm not a scientist.
Oh fuck. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we just got a time limit.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
Can I roll science to kind of get an estimation?
Sure.
Okay.
While he's doing that, Dia asks him, so can we talk about this light matter? What is this exactly?
Massive amounts of light energy can be used essentially to negate the dark energy. We have the technology capable of generating light energy, but in order for it to be effective, we need to discover the source of the dark energy generation. I don't think, from what I've been told, the mass relays themselves are the root of this problem. I think it's something else completely.
So either it's the crucible or something else that's pushing it forward. In that case, who the fuck is doing this and why are they being so crazy?
I mean, one of the initial theories we had was this was some sort of accident caused by some scientific experiment. Is that an option here, Kasai? Is that an option, maybe?
That's definitely a possibility. We have a number of options, it seems. Like I said, the last contact that we had with them was in the Crescent Nebula. And he's going to explain, we can either try searching in that nebula, or if you think that this crucible has something to do with it, we can go to the crucible itself.
That would involve going back to the Citadel, because I believe it's still attached to it.
I'm not sure if it's worth making contact to your council, but...
I mean, at this stage, you guys we need to know this. As nice as it is for you trying to fix our problems for us, you could have just, mentioned it and explained it, and people would have got it and probably helped you out before all this happened. So
you have to understand, the Pathfinder team was sent to assess whether or not the intelligent life here was hostile. They were given the responsibility to determine whether or not it was safe to make first contact with your leaders. If they haven't made contact with your leaders yet, And if you deem yourselves to not be hostile to us, something else must have gone wrong.
Fair.
On that note, what time do we say that, and do you say approximately the Pathfinder came to our galaxy?
We arrived a few months ago.
A few months ago, okay.
All right, that kind of puts you out of contention, I guess, for causing this whole thing. So I am now much less disposed for, airlocking you. So congratulations.
Listen, buddy, do you have any of those schematics for that light energy on you?
I don't, but the Ark does.
Alright. Well, we're gonna need help to find this ship. Even though I have my reservations about telling Shires about what the hell is happening without more info, if you guys want, I can call up a few people.
Well, we know Shias has some amount of intelligence connections and stuff, and then he looks at Vito.
Well, I can ask my brother, because he's a scientist.
Right.
And I can ask others, but yeah. I know a few people that might be able to help us once explain what the fuck is happening. So if you guys want.
Gimmick also remembers that Binary Helix, which is where at least one of the offices of Binary Helix where Alan works at is in Ilium.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, what if Binary Helix caught these guys?
I would have mentioned it, but Vito's indisposed, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what is our next move? Are we going to get some information and continue with our quest? With our next assignment?
I don't think we can get into Trebia with the supernova still happening, so that's a no-go. But once we have this relay up and running and everything connected back, we can get out of here, get to Ilium, and hopefully find your friends and try and get things, back on track. Because, the sooner we fix this, the better, honestly.
When we connect the Mass Effect relay to the rest of the galaxy, I'll talk to Shias, because I'm a pretty proficient at avoiding some of the truth, and I don't think we should tell her we discovered a new alien species and that our galaxy is turning into a ticking time bomb yet.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna tell her, but until we get more information, let's keep that to ourselves, and let's not tell other people in the ship.
Well, let's not tell the other people on the ship about the ticking time bomb stuff. We can't really hide our new friend here, so,
Yeah. Also, what makes you think that she doesn't know already?
Because she has no connection here.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Well, can you check our systems?
I could, but even then, there are things that are hidden to every one of us.
Well, we're gonna go with the assumption that she doesn't know, and as long as you, she points at Kasaj, keep your mask on, because there are cameras in the ship watching you, then we'll be fine. Let's do this in baby steps.
Okay.
We can do it.
Wait. Before we move on, I have a really important question that I was holding myself to ask. And Gimmick says, are those tentacles? Or are they solid? They can move or anything like that? What's that thing on your head?
They are muscles.
Oh.
They are physiologically attached to the chest and limbs of our bodies.
That means that you are not a ghost?
No, I am not a ghost. But we do have the capability of maneuvering around undetected, organically, not technologically.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Like a chameleon. Natural camouflage.
Chameleon? He says, not sure what you're talking about.
Pulls up like a video of it to show him.
I feel like you're gonna show him Tangled. The chameleon
Yes,
of Tangled.
yes. Nathan's gonna do that just because he thinks it'd be funny. He's gonna use the chameleon from Tangled as like a.
Oh, another question. do you have AIs in your world?
We do have machines with intelligent life. At least,
Oh.
yes.
And are they illegal there? Are they bad?
No, they're not illegal.
Oh. Then I guess it would be nice to meet more people like you.
Very
Gimmick,
different
please don't become the
cultures.
next Overlord AI.
I think we have very different historical and cultural, necessities there, Gimmick.
I still have a lot of questions to ask, but I think we should move on because time is at the essence.
Well, until we actually get this relay back up, I don't see why, you
Okay.
can't ask your questions, assuming Kasaj doesn't mind.
But the sooner we start fixing things, maybe the sooner we can move on.
Well, I don't think we can fix anything unless, you know how to reprogram a mass relay.
Oh,
If there's anything I can do to assist to help accelerate the process of getting the mass relays up and running again, I can certainly travel with you undetected if you'd like.
oh, that would be great. Isn't it? And Gimmick looks back at the group.
Nathan has pulled out a cigar and he's just sitting, just chill. He looks like he could probably be high. He's probably high right now. So,
Okay. Well, since we're done with this conversation, we all know what we're doing. First step, get the Mass Effect relay connected. Next step, go to Ilium. Third step, find the Pathfinder.
how big was his team?
Half a dozen people, including the Pathfinder. Zorai is his name.
Okay. Do you have a way to figure out where his ship is? Because I assume the ship is equally well hidden. So if we find that, at the very least, we can find some starting points, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Once I can get my malfunctioned equipment repaired, yes, then I'd be able to detect their ship.
Well, I guess I should call Gimmick and Pip up here. You and Gimmick and Pip, and he points at the Asari. Gimmick can probably help you with that because they're very technically adept. So, but then again, it is alien equipment. They've never seen anything like it before. So,
I'm a quick learner.
yeah, we'll leave it up to you to decide on that one, Kasaj.
He will nod and say, "That sounds acceptable to me."
All right then. I'm going to go and get us on track. If you guys need anything, I'll be in the cockpit.
Okay.
Oh, and Vito, eat those brownies.
Vito's not moving
Well,
much. He's
just
there's a trimmer, but he's basically just sitting at the table and his eyes just go from one side of the room to the other.
Wait,
Well, I
Nathan,
guess-
before you
yeah,
go,
better belay that.
we should come here. And Gimmick goes towards Vito and hugs him. Maybe
oh,
I think we should. We have each other here, so maybe we should trust on our skills. And we are going to get out of here and help everyone else. Are we together on this, right?
Always. And Nathan will walk around behind Vito and hug him from behind the big.
aww.
Now, and he will direct Dia, get in here, will you? Come on.
Wow.
Bring
Dia
in the
comes and
hugs.
gives a hug.
Kasaj looks at the group awkwardly, as if he feels like, oh, this must be some weird custom. I probably should go do it. So he awkwardly walks up to the group and just kind of goes like this.
All right, I love him. I've
He
decided
tries.
to love him
He
now.
tries. Well done.
I
Maybe
think
we'll
that
give
was-
Kasaj like a good job. Thumbs up.
Kasaj, if you want, I can show you around the ship.
That would be nice. I will take my weapons now, he says as he picks up his weapons off the table.
Can we also have
Just,
Pip go over those weapons? I'm curious.
He will ask for what purpose?
And to see if they're better than our weapons, and if they are, well, let's hopefully make our weapons better in the future, because apparently we're going to need it.
Oh, and general rule of thumb: no weapons in the mess hall. So, if you're coming to eat, they'll bring your weapons with you.
Why do you have a hall that you mess up?
It's a term for where people meet to eat.
You mess up your halls when you eat?
Do you know what a dining what the word dining means? Does that ring any bell?
If my translator is working properly, yes, I know what dining means.
It's a room meant for eating. A mess hall is a more military term because for some reason my brain is defaulting to that. So when we say mess hall, what I mean to say is dining room, which we are standing in right now.
Why don't you just call it a dining room?
Let's end it there. He'll learn. Let's give him his
Yeah,
time.
sorry. It's overtly complicated, but yeah, dining room. Don't bring your weapons to the dining room. General
I'm gonna
room,
let
please.
this. A literal mind. I'm gonna let.
Come on, put your helmet on, Kasaj. Put it on. We
He'll
don't
put
want
it on.
We don't want to show off too much skin now, do we?
Arguably, when he puts on his helmet, he does look like a skinnier Krogan.
Oh,
So if he needed to appear, you believe he could pass as a skinnier Krogan. His voice is also relatively low, so that helps too.
And if anyone asks, you're a twink.
A twink?
Yes.
Isn't that one of those? I think after doing a little bit of research, isn't one of those ridiculously long-lasting treats, snack cake things that are filled with the white
Twinkies.
fluffy things?
Just say you're a twink. You're a Krogan twink, and if anyone asks why you're so tiny, end the story. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's do our tour.
Oh no.
what?
I'm a small, non-biodegradable snack object.
You'll figure it out eventually.
Oh,
Am I going to figure it out too?
more than likely, eventually. Don't worry.
Okay.
Also, gimmick before I do go.
Yes.
I wanted to apologize for what I did to you yesterday.
Oh, what for?
I lost my cool. I'm sure that you understand to some degree how emotionally charged I was at that moment. But I shouldn't have took it out on you. And I also wanted to thank you for giving me that data that David wanted you to give me. It meant a lot. So thank you. And sorry
no
again.
problem. I think we all have times that require others' comprehension.
Just fair warning. If I'm ever in that kind of state again, please don't suggest that I go cook. Just try to be a little bit, more subtle, maybe a little bit more gentle in your persuasion.
Did you
Just
like? Oh, I thought that you liked to cook. That's why I told you that.
I do like to cook, but it was at the wrong time, at the wrong connotation, with the wrong, it was well meaning, but it was poorly phrased and poorly timed, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I understand.
Okay then. Sorry again. I'm gonna go get us back on track. And Nathan will leave and head up to the cockpit.
Yeah. If Nathan turns back to Vito, he has eaten the brownies.
Nathan will give him a thumbs up as if to say good job.
Yay!
Yeah, he's still looking at corners of the room, though. If
What's over there?
Just before
They're always there.
What are you looking at?
I haven't seen them in a while.
Who?
My colleagues.
What? Okay.
I felt stuck. Couldn't breathe.
Would bath make you feel better?
Considering what I tasted, those brownies, I think I'm going to feel much better in a few minutes.
Oh, that's good to know. If you need any help, you should tell any of us. I'm sure we will do our best to help you. Also, I think that maybe you should talk with Pip, because whenever I feel bad, I just talk with her and she makes things better.
Maybe. I
Okay.
know. I'll try.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dia and Nathan, I would like for you to roll Constitution saves for me, please.
Oh,
shit,
baby.
really?
Yes.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my right-hand gal.
Oh fuck, I think I failed.
What?
Nathan,
Come
take an advantage.
on.
You can take advantage on this save.
Oh, good. Oh, God.
Okay.
what?
Okay. Okay, keep going.
Oh fuck me. Oh fuck me. So Dia is going to, after that, she's going to not only get Kasaj, she's going to get the new people. Like, I'm assuming we brought the hooligans with us.
No, we left the hooligans.
Yeah.
We left the hooligans on planet. There's no way we're bringing them with
I
us.
think Koalan locked the who. Actually, that's probably where Koalan is. I think he's outside. He's more comfortable outside, off the ship anyway. I think he's outside with the hooligans, like watching the hooligans. So if you want to visit Koalan, you'd have to leave the ship.
Oh, is
outside.
is Nix in the ship or out?
Augustus is in the ship right now. He's in the wreck area.
Okay, so I'm because I thought the hooligans were in the ship. Okay, Augustus is Dia's also going to get Augustus. Going to be like, come here, come.
Wait, so you're going to the recreation room?
Because she's Dia's planning on giving both Dia and both Augustus and Kasaj the tour because Dia thinks they're the ones who are going to be on the ship.
Sure. So you'll have Kasaj with you. Well, we're gonna roleplay this. So you have Kasaj with you, and you enter into the billiard room. And right now, Zajiri and Augustus are playing pool, while Pip is just watching them.
So this is the best place in the ship. There's a giant pool you can go have fun in, and then there's exercises over there. She points towards the treadmills, and then there's pool over there. I don't know if you think you know how to play it, but yeah, there's that. Oh, Mr. Vito's brother-in-law. I forgot your name.
You can just call me Augie.
Hi, Augie. Do you want to? I'm just showing around our new member of the team, and if you want, because I'm thinking you're staying on the ship for.
We have a new member on the team, Pick says. Oh, how exciting! We have 2 members on the team. And then that's when Augie says, Wait, hold your horses. I'm not joining any other team. I just want to get off this place.
Yeah. You're not joining. Kasaj is.
Kasaj goes over and says, hello, I am a Krogan twink. And so when he says that, I'm going to say Pip looks completely puzzled, like she has no idea what that means. So it just went way over her head. Augie, the reaction on his face looks a little, okay. And then Zadriri, like she literally was in mid, like she was about to hit the billiards ball, and as soon as she hears I'm a Krogan twink, she like misses, and then the ball like falls off of the table.
I like to imagine that Dia, after hearing that, is like about to choke, but like then her eyes are going a little bit red and she's like tearing up. She just wipes it away, smiling, and she's like, yes, this is Kasaj, the Krogan twink. I'm just showing him around the ship. So if you want, because you're gonna stay here for a little bit while you go home, I'm assuming you're coming with us after we get the Mass Effect relay on. I can show you around.
Wait. Hold on. We can't just mull over the Krogan twink part. Is this Cassage the Krogan twink from finance? Can we call him the Krogan twink from finance?
Yes, we can call him the Krogan twink from finance.
Okay.
This is great. I'm so
Best party member ever. Oh, the possibilities.
At least someone is reading my mind.
Augie looks very uncomfortable. Like he's got his hand behind his neck, and you kind of can't. Roll an insight. Actually,
Roll it.
Dia or anyone who's in that room, roll an insight.
I think Dia's the only person besides the others. 22.
Okay, so Dia, you sense it's an interesting mix of awkwardness, but also intrigue. Like awkward but intrigue at the same time. Like, I kind of want to know more about this person, but he's trying hard to hide his intrigue because of what people might think of his intrigue if he lets out that he's intrigued. That's the best way I can explain what your insight is.
That's
and
the
she
end.
says,
That's
Listen,
very
there's nothing to be ashamed about if you're interested. So come on. So Dia goes behind Augie, just like starts pushing him out of the room.
All right, so you're gonna take Augie away
And
Cassage, and Zajiri says, "Wait, maybe I want to go on this tour too."
Oh
And
yes,
she-
come,
and
darling.
she's gonna run up right next to Cassage, and Pix says, "Well, don't leave me left out. All here by myself." So she runs up as well
Aw.
and joins the group.
Okay, so Dia takes them through the room, through the places of the ship. But when they get to her room, she's gonna say, "Okay, this is the place where you come for me to dress you."
To dress me?
Yeah. So if you ever need clothes, Kasash, come to me. I'll make you look fabulous. She gives like this innocent smile, but to anyone who's known Dia for more than a day knows that it's really malicious and evil. And she says, "Yeah." So she opens up her door. This is where I dress up. This is all my stuff, and he sees like the color mayhem that is my room, all the
It's-
dresses and all that shit.
It's very bright in this room, Cassage says.
That's the point. But yeah, since Fido rejected being Karen from finance, I'll have you be the Krogan twink from finance.
It's really strange how these colors somehow go together. I'm confused.
Okay, come here. So Dia is measuring out all Kasaja's body, and then Dia says to Augie and Pip and Sajuri, "Come now. I still need to get all your measurements."
Oh, again? Pip says, "Oh, all right."
Trashy Pip will come back again. She just measures out Pip to see what changed. It looks like it's all the same from the last time. And then Dia goes up to Augie. She's like, "I know you're interested."
I will humor you for now, Augie says.
So, what do you want to be?
Me? What do I want to be?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand the question.
Do you want to show body yaddy yaddy, or do you want to be like fabulous?
Oh, definitely the body yaddy yaddy.
Oh, thank you.
No question.
Dia then begins to because she still has the jury's thing from the dress she made her. Dia then sculpts out like a little design. It's Augie in this like little it's like this lingerie type of suit with showing off a lot of leg, and she's like, does this look good?
That's very feminine, don't you think?
Do you want something masculine?
Yes, absolutely. Something that actually shows,
But you want the top or the bottom?
Oh, my top, I think, is my best part, my best features.
I gotta love a guy who knows his shit. Okay, so she redesigns this so that it shows off more of the top part in a more flattering manner. It still looks like lingerie, but it's a little bit more masculine for him.
All right, I think I can work with that.
Good. Okay, so it should be ready in about a little bit. And yeah, so yeah, that's the tour of the ship. And Kasaj, you're gonna have your new outfit ready by the time we get to Ilium. And oh yeah, where did you I forgot to ask, do you want to come to Ilium with us?
Kasaj will say that if that is one of the areas that you think would be a good place to start looking, then yes.
Mm-hmm. We'll do that then. All right, everyone good?
I'm good. Oh, yes, I'm good.
There we go. Okay, let's go. Let's go have fun now. Dia's gonna grab her some stuff and she's gonna just go head to the billiard room to have fun in the pool.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nathan's going to go ahead and report back to Nilu then. He's going to get into the comms room and call up Nilu.
Okay. And what are you doing, Vito?
Yeah, Vito is surprisingly more relaxed all of a sudden. I don't know what was in those brownies, but probably something that's on the list that his mother gave him. But
Something that's recently legalized in Canada.
something that has been recently legalized in Canada. So yeah, he's probably just gonna walk around, probably end up meeting up with the Dia and the rest of the tour group.
Oh, hi, Vito. We're just making everyone look good. As she's
Hey.
doing the final of her measurements around Augustus's chest.
And Augustus actually has a really well-developed Turian chest, I have to say. Like, abs on abs, pecs on pecs, things like that. He's a very fine specimen of a Turian, very different body type from
Solaric.
Soul.
Yeah.
Yes, pretty much the opposite of Soul's slimmer body type. Though you do see the resemblance in the facial features. They do clearly look like they're related as brothers.
Hey, Augie.
We got another beefcake on board.
Hello, Vito.
All right.
Your friend is quite passionate about what she does.
Yeah, she is.
If Vito's looking like he's a little far away right now, but
How's Soul doing?
Good. He's, well, it's been hard. We thought everyone was gone. Every day went by, we had a very short list of people we could call in the end, but
Yes, we thought so too. But at least you all weren't completely in the dark when it happened.
yeah, I can't imagine what you felt.
Things here was crazy. People were panicking.
It's good to know that he's not completely alone. But we're not completely alone.
Yes. For now at least.
We still have someone to tease him out of boredom now.
Can't get rid of me that easily.
Awesome.
Are you feeling alright, Vito?
Yeah. Much better.
He'll nod slowly. Okay then.
Are you high?
Huh?
Are you high?
he looks lost for a second.
Oh, well.
I guess I am.
Here, come ahead and sit down.
I had no idea what kind of effect that would have on the Solarian, but it works miracles. I've never felt that relaxed. I think I'm
Well,
Feeling he's gonna sit down.
I think I'm feeling more relaxed than any Solarian has ever felt before.
okay. How do you deal with a drunk Vito, Augustus?
Oh, you set up a camera and filmed the whole thing.
Oh, you read my mind. Dia starts recording this, and she's like, "Talk for me, Vito. Talk."
What is there to talk about? Ooh, I have some notes from last time we went on to Chanka. Can you believe?
And he's going to, pull out his Omni tool, like really slowly, like, just trying to find his notes again.
Did I send them to Hoggy? No, I sent them to Solaric, didn't I? I still have those notes, do I? When you
Hey,
send
Vito.
something, is it still there? Yeah.
Top or bottom?
What about?
Just asking. And do you love Solaric very much?
Yes, I do.
Aw, adorable. Dia closes the recording and then she shows Augustus. So here are some of the pictures I've taken of Vito during our trip. She starts showing pictures of Vito when he was in drag as Karen from finance.
Wow.
You still have
Vito?
No.
Wow.
Vito was exploring himself, has been exploring himself on this trip.
I was non-consenting.
That's actually pretty good, though, I have to admit.
Actually, I'm good, did I?